Hello again, Struck Club. Today I'm bringing you a series of 3 videos which would be my Snow and Steam update summary. So this one will be part 3 and it's all about the fort related things plus the transmog station. So we're gonna cover things such as the new fort props, the new fort basements, how you can vertically control and place your props, as well as the Transmog style station with the dice, and at the end I would talk a little bit about the Fazeer dungeon power creep and what to expect from that system. If you want to know more about the other things that came with the update, you might want to check part 1 or part 2. Part 2 is all about the fort related reworks and things like that. And part 1 is all about items, the new items that came, the new sets, as well as the new contract and the new pet and pet skills. So there has been a few major changes in the fort related side of things. One of them would be the vertical movement of props. See, I can place this on the ground like that, or I can place it inside the ground like that, and we can only see the fork sticking out and maybe the hair, or I can do like I did and just place it over here. And that's on top of the regular rotation, on top of the rotation where you can just take something and rotate it like this. Oh, that's not a very good example. Let's try and rotate something that you can clearly see rotating like this. And yeah, then there's a lot of ways to implement this vertical thing. For example, look at the snow here and look at the snow here and look at the snow here, and let's take this snow and put it here. And you see how just by doing this, I'm going down one way, and then boom, it's no longer there. And you can even use it as a roof, mind you, use it as a roof, like this. And boom, now you have a roof. And on the roof, you can put something else. You can put this on the roof, because why not? And then you can even put something as silly as this on the roof. Although I'm not sure the game would allow me to do it, but yeah, that's how silly things can be. You can have some floating rocks in your fort. You like floating rocks? Well, me too. So yeah, silliness overload with this thing. Obviously, this is a bit too much on the silly side of things, but I love it now. Another major feature that came with the fort would be the basement. Look at this fort cellar. This is where you can put all sorts of things. You can make it your wardrobe stash. You can make it your stash of. You can probably make it like a dungeon. You can have all sorts of dungeony things. Something that belongs in a dungeon. What belongs in a dungeon? Or you can make it your crafting station place. Or you can make it where the dummies are. Or the monuments. There's so many things. You can even make it where your stations are. Basically, it's just a basement. Put whatever you want there in the basement. If you want more storage, just go out, put some storage, and use it. Although I guess I've reached the limit on this one. Why does it not let me? Is it a bug or am I doing something wrong? Let's try and put something else, just to see what else we can place here. Let's just try and put a sawmill. No, it's not letting me put stuff in there. Maybe it's a bug. Maybe I'm just not doing it the right way. But G. Oh, G. Okay. Snap to ground brings it to this floor. It was probably on a different level, and that's why. Snap to ground to reset it. So yeah, you can make a lot of things here, whatever you want to make it. Go out and share in Discord, the official Discord, what you've done with the basement. See, you can even have trees in the basement, because why not? They don't need no sunlight. You can do magic. So that's kind of one of the things. And then there's another thing that came with the fort, which I can't show you. And the thing is, it doesn't seem to be working completely yet, but it's basically a pet bed and a pet perch. And on the perch you can put flying pets as a display, not the one you've got with you, the ones that you've got in the shelter. You can just select one of them. And on the bed you can put some of the 4-legged pets, or maybe 8-legged in the future if they add some spider pets, who knows. And you can put them there as a display. They can just hang out near the bed or on the perch. And yeah, that's some of the features you can expect fort related. There's probably a lot more things to talk about. Another new feature you would notice in Torchlight 3 is the style station, which is a prop like any other. It looks like this on the screen, and you can have only one of those. You can obviously rotate it if you want to any way you like. And you can see it rotates itself as well. And this is basically a Transmog and Dyes system. You select a piece of equipment, and then you select dyes. Dyes you have to find. They're drops, and you find them. And you can only transmog to items you have found after the transmog system. So, for example, there's this new elf hat I found. I can transmog into it. Keep in mind the dice remain the same, but it's transformed into this thing. And for example, if I were to salvage an item, I'm probably gonna get the transmog. Let's see, am I gonna get the transmog for this? Oh, and it gave me level 60 winter weave items. Nice. So if I get this, and if I maybe get the gauntlets and the wheel and maybe the helmet. See, I unlocked the legendary skills, by the way, now. And I'm not getting the winter weave thing, apparently, because maybe it's a winter weave. But let's try and select something that's not winter weave. Okay, I'm gonna try and use this, and then let's use the shoulders like that. Actually, let's just get all of them out of the way so we can have them unlocked. And by the way, elemental damage on an armor, something we just saw on a legendary armor. So now if I click here and here, see, I've got the arc powered shoulders here, but if I were to click on the arc powered shoulders, do you see how the winter weave doesn't exist? Because I haven't found it. I need to find it before I can put it. That's how it works. You find an item, then you unlock the style. And then when you get to that specific item, you can transmog it. You can click this, you can take that, you can click this, see how this changes, you transmog it. So it's like your typical new type of gold sync. And it's pretty good, and I can't wait to find dice and to start transmogging. See, I've got some dice here. But this is for the gauntlets. See, I've got dice for this one. We can go white, or we can go black, or we can go blue. Let's make a whitey white snowflake. And then, see, we've got some styles unlocked, but that's some basic styles. Not everything has all those dice unlocked, I guess. Let's get a little bit of blue here. Let's get more of the white stuff here, and maybe on the legs we can get more of that. And then on the shoulders we can, well, on the shoulders we don't have anything. We don't have anything. It says legendary styles cannot be dyed. Yet I already dyed a few legendary styles, so that's probably a bug. I'm gonna have to report it if it's a bug. We'll see. And yeah, that's a nice, neat feature we've been waiting for since alpha. Next, let's talk about some of the other fort stuff. Another thing that changed, and I can't show you, is a little bit of power creep connected to the Fazeer. First of all, you're gonna notice the Fazeer now appears when you approach his throne. He goes out of his lamp and you can see him. And once you reach stage 16, when you start fighting level 60 monsters, the monsters in the Fazeer would start dropping items with a specific gear level. And this gear level would make the items stronger. Even though it's level 60 items, they would be getting stronger and stronger as you progress through the Fazeer's dungeon. Keep in mind, some people are reporting that when they exit the Fazeer dungeon and then re-enter, the power creep is gone. I'm assuming the developers wanted to do as I suggested, to make sure that the power creep only remains inside the Fazeer, but they might have broke it, and when you go back you don't get back the bonuses. I think they need to fix it if that's how it works. So basically, let's say I've got a pistol that gives me 6000 damage, and with pushing the Fazeer far enough, I get 6500. And then I exit the Fazeer, it goes back to 6000, but then when I re-enter the Fazeer, this item should go back to 6500. And I think if they don't want to tie it to gear, it's much easier if they just replace this system to a buff system. Instead of buffing your items by giving them gear score, just give us buffs. After reaching level 10, 20, 30, 40, etc., after reaching whatever you decide to be the checkpoints, we should, or after beating each boss, we should get a slight increase to our stats, HP, damage, things like that, defense, something that just makes us stronger, rather than something that makes our items stronger. Then it's gonna be much less difficult to break it than it is now, and I think it would be much simpler. The same way you handle the Fazeer with affixes, just make one affix that has multiple stages based on how far we go to the Fazeer, and that would be much easier to handle than the current gear score system that people are saying is actually broken. Although if you keep the gear system, please make sure that when we exit the Fazeer and do map works, the power creep does not apply. And if you add new endgame modes, that means that you would have a reason to do those endgame modes for the things that drop there. If you have power creep in the Fazeer that remains outside of the Fazeer, then obviously people wouldn't want to do anything but the Fazeer to get gear. Because that's the best place to get the strongest ones. But then if you add a new endgame mode, you would ideally want people to do it. And yeah, hopefully they find the perfect balance between rewards and power creeps and things like that, how to handle this. I sent them my feedback, so hopefully they consider this. And I wish I could show you that system, but I can't because I don't have a hero that has pushed as high as level 60 enemies on this server. And I didn't have a time to level up one. To get notified when I upload more content for this game or other games like this one, which would be wooters of all varieties, isometric, third-person ARPGs, wooter shooters and all sorts of wooters like that, you could subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button to not miss out on my content updates. And optionally, you can even join as a member of the Struck Club on YouTube as a channel member to get access to exclusive perks such as special emotes custom made by me, special badges custom made by me that represents how many months you have been a member for, as well as opt-in of editing tutorials that I can give for Photoshop, Adobe Premiere, as well as shout outs and things like that. And I would like to use this part of the video to thank all my YouTube members and Twitch subscribers. Thank you for supporting the channel and keeping me going. Thank you also for watching this video, everyone. Keep it cool, Struck up until next time, and goodbye.